Welcome back, students. I am your SST teacher Vandana Joshi and you are watching SST June. Students, today we are going to study an interesting chapter, Life in the Desert. So, here a question can be raised. What is desert? Students, the desert is any barren land that has less than 25 centimeter of annual rainfall. Extremely harsh temperature conditions are very critical, and the scanty vegetation means the trees and the vegetation is very less. Here life exists only wherever availability of water is assured, means a little source of water is also available. So here we can say the life is depend on the different temperature condition. Students, in this chapter we are going to study about two types of desert. The desert is divided into two types, that is hot desert and the cold desert. And in this chapter we will study the hot desert Sahara and the cold desert Ladakh. In both the desert, we will see the geographical location of these deserts, the lifestyle of human beings in these deserts, and the flora and fauna in these deserts. We will also study the climatic condition of these deserts. So let's start our today's first desert, that is the hot desert Sahara. Students, the Sahara Desert is the largest desert in the world, occupying a vast area in the northern part of Africa. Now let's see the geographical description of the Sahara Desert. Students, if you will look at the Sahara Desert in the map of the world and in the continent of Africa, the Sahara Desert is extend from the Atlantic coast in the west to the Red Sea in the east, covering an area of 8.54 million square kilometer. It spreads from 11 African countries: Algeria, Chad, Egypt, Libya, Tunisia, Mauritania, Mali, Niger, Sudan, Morocco, and Senegal. People living there often call it the ocean without water. Students, if you will see the land of the Sahara Desert, the huge Sahara Desert does not have uniform relief. It is marked by large stony plains, rocky plateaus, and some mountains, large oases and sand dunes. The specialty of the Sahara Desert is River Nile. River Nile flows across the eastern region and River Niger forms the southern border. The only freshwater lake, called Lake Chad, is located on the southern border. The region has several wadis and deserts water courses that contain water for only a short time after heavy rain. So here you can see the source of water is a short durations heavy rain. Students, you will be surprised to know that the entire Sahara region is not sandy. It is known for its shifting sand dunes as high as 180 meters, and they are formed when strong winds blow up sand and deposit it at a site where some kind of obstructions exist on wind's way. As you can see in this picture how a sand dune is forming. So it was the geographical condition of Sahara Desert. Now let's see what is the climate of Sahara Desert. The region experiences extremely hot and dry climate. It is extremely harsh. It has a very short rainy season and marked with clear cloudless sky. Rainfall is very less As already I told you, it is around 25 centimeter and varies from area to area. Means to say, it is not same in every area. At some place, rain does not fall for several years together. So, what are the reasons behind the dryness of Sahara Desert? The main reason is the northeast trade winds, which blow towards the equator throughout the years. As the air moves southwards, it becomes warmer and absorbs all the moisture in the atmosphere. Under these conditions, precipitation is rare because the moisture is already absorbed. So, some of the highest temperature in the world have been recorded here because of the dryness of the atmosphere. The northern part receives showers in the winter season, whereas the southern part gets rain in the summer season. Means we can say the showers means the rainfall is occurring in the different season in the different part. The temperature in the day may rise as high as 50 to 55 degree centigrade, whereas the nights may be freezing cold. The temperature can be decreased from 0 degree to minus. The burning winds of these areas, because this is a dry area, so the burning winds known as the Shimoon and Kamsin, and these winds are blowing in these deserts. Here one important point you can note down, that is the highest temperature on the earth till date is recorded 57.8 degree centigrade at Al Azizia in Libya. If we talk about the vegetation and the wildlife in the Sahara Desert. As you know, this is a totally dry area, scanty of water is there and no source of more water. So, which type of vegetation and wildlife is possible in these conditions? So, let's see. So, students, if we talk about the flora and fauna in the Sahara Desert, here flora refers to the vegetation and faunas refer to the wildlife. So, which type of floras and faunas are possible in this desert? Let's see. The cactus, date palms and some kind of shrubs are grown in the highlands and the oasis area. One word is here, oasis. So, what is a oasis? An oasis you can see in this video. So, students, oasis is an area in the desert where there is enough water to sustain plant growth. And the climate is very harsh, so the trees which are growing in this desert, these are adapted these type of condition, and the specialty of these vegetation is long deep roots, waxy leaves and thorny surface which helps them to preserve their water content. We talk about the desert animals, especially that camel is the famous, or we can say ship of the desert. It is available here. Apart from the camel, how many animals can be identified in this area? So let's see. Camel, already I told you that hyenas, jackals, foxes, scorpions, gazelles are some animals which we can find out in this Sahara Desert. Now let's discuss about the human's life in the Sahara Desert. As we know, the desert is having a harsh climatic conditions, and due to that the inhabitation is very rare in this desert, but the inhabitation is near around the lakes and the rivers is very good. There is the permanent settlement can be found on the Nile Valley in Egypt and near the oasis areas. Most of the inhabitants here are Arab, Berber and black. Nile in Egypt is considered as a life-giving river. That is why Egypt is called as a gift of Nile. Here, people are engaged in agriculture and grow date palms and crops like rice, wheat, barley, maize, millet, sugarcane, and beans. Egypt is famous for growing cotton. The Egyptian cotton is grown here. Some nomadic tribes like Bedouins and the Tuaregs inhabit the Sahara Desert. They move in big caravans looking for new pastures and water for their animals. They rear animals such as sheep, goats, camel, and horses for milk, meat, and hair and trade locally in ivory, dates, and the rugs. The discovery of oil in Algeria, Libya, and Egypt has transformed the life of the people. Other important minerals found here are iron, manganese, uranium, and phosphorus. Now, the region has become rich and modern. Students, here you have seen that without any proper and the developed condition, how the Sahara people have developed their economical condition with the help of the minerals which they are getting here. So students, it was the geographical condition and the lifestyle of the Sahara Desert. In our next video, we will study one more desert, which is the cold desert of India, that is Ladakh Desert. So for that, keep watching SST June.